Today I'm covering a bit of an unusual mystery, the Tongva Hills Cave, associated with many GTA 5 myths and overall seen as a pretty strange location. Now I'm willing to say that we all know that this cave exists, but we don't actually know anything about it. So of course I wanted to know, and after quite a bit of research I actually managed to find the real-life cave that Rockstar based this one on. And it has some pretty damn interesting lore. But firstly, we need to go over all the myths and details we actually know about this cave in GTA 5. Starting with the appearance, this is a half-bush covered chimney cave. Now obviously the bushes are there to try and make this appear as hidden, but a chimney cave is very different to your average cave. Instead of a circular entrance, a chimney cave has a very tight vertical entrance, which makes it look like more of a crack in the mountain. Location-wise, it is situated in the Tongva Valley. And if you know your GTA myths, you know that the Tongva Valley is a very mysterious location. But two very specific myths are directly connected to the cave. The first being the Tongva Hills Creature. This is something that you might think sounds ridiculous, but I have heard about it a lot. Dead worker NPCs appearing in the nearby fields, other NPCs running away in fear, and the cave being situated awfully close to a stream where other nearby animals come to drink at. The perfect location for a predator. So the idea here is that the Tongva Hills Creature is responsible for all the deaths, and it lives in the cave. Somehow this myth has become very popular, but there is no recorded evidence of any Tongva Hills Creature. It's one of those myths that kind of spiraled out of control and never got shut down. The second myth connected to this cave is Native Americans. In the past, players have reported hearing strange sounds of people whispering in the Tongva Valley. This connects into Native Americans because the name Tongva Hills and Tongva Valley are taken from the real-life Tongva tribe. The Tongva tribe are an indigenous people who occupied an area of around 4,000 square miles of the greater Los Angeles basin and southern Channel Islands. So Rockstar named this entire valley after the tribe that occupied this area, digging into the history of Native Americans. Which is also why the other side of the mountain there is a location called Chumash. Chumash being once again the name of a tribe of Native American people, who once inhabited the central and southern coastal regions of California. So you can now understand why they put them so close to each other. Now back to the cave, there isn't actually anything found inside the cave that can relate to either of these myths. Although in story mode you can find one of the spaceship parts inside this cave, and in online you could find a dead body with a severe head injury. Now the spaceship part means nothing given that these are scattered all around the map. Rockstar just thought inside this cave would be a good hiding place. And in GTA Online, the dead body is one of the clues for the double action revolver treasure hunt, added on December 15th, 2017 as part of the Doomsday Heist update as a promotional event for Red Dead Redemption 2. Once again, Rockstar utilizing this cave as a great hiding spot. Neither the body or the spaceship part connect to any lore related to this cave. So, we've got all of that out of the way. That's everything in GTA 5 that we needed to know. Now we can move on to my findings relating to what inspired Rockstar to add this cave into the game. Because like I said earlier, this cave is based on a real-life cave, known as the Cave of Munits. This is the Cave of Munits, and it's located in the West Hills of California, specifically along a trail in the El Scorpion Park, or the Scorpion Park, depending on what you want to call it. This is a very popular hiking area, and a lot of people actually come here just to see this cave. Why, might you ask? Well, this cave is actually a chimney cave. A chimney cave that's only 20 minutes away from Los Angeles. So it's already in a pretty perfect location given the scaling down technique used for GTA 5. Because as we know, GTA 5 is a very scaled down version of California. As we can see on the maps, this is where the Hollywood sign is located, alongside the Beverly Hills Hotel, and further over in this direction is the Munits Cave. so when it comes to location wise, there isn't another cave that matches. Secondly, the appearance of the cave and the surroundings. It's in a valley just off the main trail halfway up a hill. Grass leads the entire way up to the cave where it changes to a rocky surface. And of course the chimney cave is a slit in the mountain, almost like a scar. Obviously Rockstar have put bushes in front of it to try and hide it, and in real life you do have to do a bit of climbing up some of the rocks to actually get into the cave. So there are similarities and differences. Unlike in GTA 5 where there's actually nothing inside the cave, it just ends, in real life once you enter the cave you can continue climbing up. It's not an easy climb, it's fairly difficult, but once you do it you'll find other openings of the cave. Openings that end up giving you an insane view of the valley. This is why people come to visit this cave, because it gives some amazing views. Now you can understand why this part of the cave isn't in GTA 5. Unlike the newer games like Red Dead Redemption 2, you can't do things like hang onto a ledge or pull yourself up. All you can do is the typical mount climb. And that's not me dissing GTA 5, it's a very old game. It's just me saying that adding the entire cave in was too advanced for the game. They didn't even give us the entire mineshaft when the game came out, that was added in 2014. But it's still cool that we got a cave like this added into the game. But why is this cave so important, and how does it connect to Native Americans? Well, the Cave of Munits is said to be the former home of a very powerful Chumash shaman, or sorcerer as other people might say, named Munits. Now legend goes that there was a very important chief living nearby. The chief had a son and a daughter. The daughter ended up dying and the son was blamed for the death of his sister. The chief, their father, was upset by this, so he ended up paying Munits to kill his son, in retribution for his daughter's death. An interesting way to go about your family issues, but I won't judge. Munits did exactly as he was paid to do, he killed the chief's son. But all of the people living nearby and around them were upset by this. I will note that some legends actually say that Munits dismembered the son and threw his body parts out of his cave, which is why the nearby people ended up becoming so upset, but that depends on which version you read. Now after the chief saw the people's sorrow over the loss of his son, he ordered the death of Munits. To be specific, he sent an eagle to kill him. Munits was later surprised during the night while he was sleeping at the top of Castle Peak. He had his stomach torn completely open. This revealed inside of his stomach a partly digested clover that he had just eaten. Apparently, this is why some types of clover are bitter to taste, because of this story of Munits. This cave is seen as a significant and sacred Native American site, which is why Rockstar added it in, specifically to Tongva Valley, the location that's full of things related to Native Americans. The Cave of Munits was a perfect addition, and Chumash being not too far away the other side of the mountains was also perfect, given that Munits was a Chumash shaman. So there we go, this cave is a reference to a part of history. It's not just a random cave placed in the middle of nowhere, and it's not home to a creature as much as some players might like it to be. Now if you enjoyed this video or learned something new, make sure to drop a like, because every single like helps me out an incredible amount. If you have any video ideas or want me to cover a specific topic, my X is on screen. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a good day.